1,000 Special Truck Month bonus cash on 2025 Ford F-150, Lightning and select Super Duty models. Fox Marquette Ford.
Hi, I'm Jim Koski, and join me Mondays for Life in the 906.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, cleanup efforts aren't over yet following last week's winter storm. We'll check in with Marquette County. Plus, 16 years of the Affordable Care Act. Most Americans support it, but Congress is still divided. Coming up, why Michigan Democrats say why recent changes could leave thousands without coverage. And changes could be coming to mail-in voting nationwide, what the Supreme Court is weighing, and how it could impact millions of voters. We're live in Washington, D.C. with the details. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Kelly, good evening. Starting off the week pretty great. It's a beautiful day out there.
Yeah, Kevin, good evening. We're definitely getting a break from Mother Nature from the start of this week. We have some sunshine out there. It's a great way to get the week started. And as Kevin mentioned at the beginning of the show, cleanup efforts still going on. So at least we're getting a break for today. We have some warmer temperatures. We got that data back for Marquette, 30 degrees right now, 38 down to Iron Mountain, 36 for Escanaba. And make sure to stay tuned later in the show. I'll have an update on what we can expect for the rest of this week ahead. Maybe look at the weekend, but for now, temperatures will be dipping into the lower 30s and cloudy skies.
Kelly, thank you very much. The Marquette County Sheriff's Office says the community is now shifting from storm response to cleanup after the record-setting blizzard this past week. Despite the storm's impact, officials say the county does not meet the criteria for a state disaster declaration. Local agencies are now working to help elderly and vulnerable residents recover from the storm. The Marquette County Road Commission credits the dozens of municipal and county plow crews who cleared the roads in a short amount of time.
We're grateful that the public stayed home when the ones that could. That helped a lot with us getting the roads opened up, because if there's a car stuck in the road, obviously we can't plow it. We can't get around it. We can't clean up to it.
Officials are also warning residents to clear vents around gas appliances to avoid carbon monoxide poisoning. The Affordable Care Act has hit its 16th anniversary, and lawmakers are focused on patching the deep political divisions that remain on the policy. New polling shows most Americans view the law favorably, but in Congress, one side is focused on reinforcing the policy, while others argue it's the source of the rising costs. Michigan Democrats warn recent changes, including the expiration of federal tax credits, could make coverage more expensive and leave more people uninsured.
Prior to the passage of the Affordable Care Act, medical debt was a leading cause of personal bankruptcy in the United States of America. The Affordable Care Act represented and still represents real security for families.
The future of the Affordable Care Act is likely to remain front and center on the campaign trail as healthcare remains a top issue heading into fall. A Supreme Court decision could make major changes to mail-in voting across the country. Today, justices heard arguments in a Mississippi law that allows ballots to be counted if they are postmarked by Election Day but received within days afterwards. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp now joins us live. Rachel, good evening. What can you tell us?
Well, good evening, Kevin. So as you know, each state conducts elections differently, but if the Supreme Court essentially strikes down this Mississippi law, it could have far-reaching implications. Now, according to the National Conference of State Legislatures, Michigan's mail-in ballots will be counted as long as they are received by the close of polls on Election Day. So this law essentially does not have an impact on Michigan's mail-in ballot rules. Now, President Trump has been vocal in his opposition to mail-in voting and has claimed without widespread evidence that mail-in voting is a source of fraud. An analysis from the Voting Rights Lab states military and overseas voters, voters with disabilities, and older voters would face the most significant impacts if postmark deadlines are struck down from this case, because these voters would have to overcome even greater obstacles to ensure their votes count. Now, we spoke with the president and CEO of the Fair Election Center, a nonpartisan voting rights and election reform organization, about this case. They say the court will most likely strike down those grace period days for states to count ballots after Election Day, and voters this year should be prepared for the upcoming elections.
If you have every intention of voting this fall, you are regularly checking your voter registration to make sure that your voting registration is accurate and it is current. The next thing you need to do is to make a plan to vote. Are you going to vote early if your jurisdiction allows that? Are you going to vote by mail if your jurisdiction allows that? Are you going to wait until election day to vote? One thing that I will caution people this year going into the midterms, as soon as you are able to vote this year, go ahead and vote and make sure your ballot is counted.
Now, Kevin, we do expect the Supreme Court to make their final ruling on this within the next few months, so it could potentially have an impact on the November elections. Kevin, back to you.
Rachel, thank you very much as always. Your first warning weather forecast is after the break, plus daring stunts, fearless feats, and a family that changed aviation history. Coming up, meet the Delta County siblings who walked on wings and hung from planes. And later, Jim Koski is here for Life in the 906. He wants to go over some Upper Peninsula pronunciation. We'll be right back after this.
From now through March, at Fox Nagani Chrysler, lease a 2026 Jeep Compass limited altitude 4x4 for $400 a month for 39 months during the Declaration of Deals sales event at Fox Nagani Chrysler.
We examine lab results closely. We monitor treatment progress meticulously. But what we see is you. We see how cancer affects the life you lead and touches the love you share. Even as we practice the latest treatments and consider the most advanced options, what we see is how we can provide the best possible care for you. Healthcare is a lot of things, but the best care is human. Aspirus Cancer Care. What we see is you.
New CBS Tonight.
FBI! We have a large drug trafficking network. We can link to 20 deaths so far.
All teams execute!
You can shut this operation down.
FBI is all new, followed by CIA. CBS Tonight.
Get out of the car!
Car bombs, nerve gas, 6 hours apart.
2 victims in military tech. This is no coincidence. This is the work of international terrorists.
The new series CIA after a new FBI. CBS Tonight.
From now through March at Fox Nagani Chrysler, get 2.9% APR for 72 months and $3,500 in rebates on the 2026 Ram 1500. Plus, get a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty during Ram Truck Month at Fox Nagani Chrysler.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
It's Shunk's big winter sale. It's that time of year when you spend more time on your sofa, more time on your recliner, and more time in bed. During Shunk's big winter sale, you'll save on the furniture you need. And there's big savings on quality Amish dining room too. Have it built the way you want it, or save even more on floor sample closeouts. And mattresses from Serta, Sealy, Tempur-Pedic, and Stearns & Foster. The selection and discounts have never been greater. Shop Shunk's big winter sale at both locations for big discounts. Shop Shunk's in Marquette today.
Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
And welcome back. We are now officially into spring, but that's just on the calendar. Of course, Mother Nature can never promise true spring-like weather, especially still in that transition. This is the beginning of the season, so yeah, we're going to see some more snow. The normal snowfall actually for the Marquette area for the month of March is 29.4 inches. A lot of places saw that just in that historical blizzard alone just before St. Patrick's Day. And now we get to this upcoming month, April. 17.6 inches is the normal, and it significantly decreases in May, but still completely not out of the question. 1.4 inches is actually the normal for May. And of course, we're looking forward for those normal high temperatures to surge to the 60s by the time we get to May. And meteorological summer starts on June 1st, which is 70 days away. So we're all just trying to get into the groove of maybe some warmer weather. We're all looking forward to that. Seems like the clicker is acting up on us, so I will get you the next graphic right here. And as we continue on to look at what's going on here, this is your Doppler Max, a much wider view to show us what we will be facing for the rest of this evening. That's a little bit of a wintry mix, not going to quite get here just yet for this evening, but that's the next best chance of precipitation. So we're clear for tonight. It's a nice night to get out and about, maybe have some dinner out. Things are looking good. Of course, we're just trying to still clear up those major snow piles. Temperatures right now into the mid-30s for most of us. It seems to be the average, but we do have some colder temperatures into the upper 20s for Munising and down to Menominee, 35 degrees degrees. Winds are on the calm side. We have a fairly high pressure system keeping things in control. Definitely a really nice break for the start of the week from Mother Nature for us. And over the next 24 hours, this encapsulates all types of precipitation, rain, snow, sleet, freezing rain. We get a break, and then that wintry mix, or I guess springtime mix at this time, will come on through for tomorrow morning and then taper off again. So this is your first morning weather futurecast showing us the little blast of snow for the morning. Might have a few wet flakes mixing in too, but then we're clear for the rest of tomorrow night. Another mix comes through for Wednesday morning, and I would say the main concern for this system would be that potential ice. We're going to see those temperatures really battling it out in terms of what type of precipitation it wants to be. So because of that, this is the risk of that future ice accumulation that we do have for that system for Wednesday night into Thursday. Yes, it's a few hundredths of an inch, but we know that can cause some slick and icy roadways. The future winds, they'll just be all over the place. And of course, whenever you get that northern wind, that contributes to the colder temperatures. It really is just that long-winded tug of war from the winter going into spring. It doesn't want to quite give up on its spot here, but we will trend slightly warmer for the temperatures over the next 6 to 10 days, and we should be seeing much warmer temperatures right now. Tonight we'll see some snow flurries flying around into the 30s, but here we get a little bit of a warm up as we head into Wednesday, Thursday. We get some of that wintry mix. Another temperature cool down for Friday up into the upper 20s, and then back to the 30s and 40s by the time we get to this upcoming weekend.
Kelly, thank you again. A new book shares the history of some of America's early aviation pioneers who were originally from Delta County. All of them but fear is the story of the Kalashek siblings who performed as wing walkers in the 1920s. They would jump from one plane to another and could even hang from a plane by their teeth. Author Kylie Kalashek says her family had a great impact on the aviation industry, and the women of the family accomplished feats that had never been before done.
In a time where women couldn't even legally wear pants, I had 3 of them flying airplanes and hanging off of them, all flying before Amelia Earhart. My grandpa's sister Lydia was the first woman in the world to run an airport. Being able to preserve this history that was all but lost means everything.
On Thursday at 5:30 p.m., Kalashek will give a presentation on her family's legacy at the Escanaba Public Library. If you're in the market for an e-bike this year, a sale is happening this weekend in Marquette. Bates Bikes of Marquette is hosting its 2nd annual tent sale from Friday through Sunday. Class 1, 2, and 3 rated e-bikes and equipment will be featured with discounts and test rides available throughout the weekend as well. The store's owner says he hopes to connect with new riders and trail enjoyers, showcasing one of the largest on-site selections of e-bikes in Upper Michigan.
A lot of free accessories and some demos. You'll be able to test ride pretty much any bike that you want. 4 brands, 75 bikes in stock. We've got plenty of information and knowledge to share with our riders.
Tonight at 11:10 Central, we'll hear from Bates Bikes on the upcoming season as e-bike regulations are soon expected to be enforced within the city. Coming up next on Insights, one of our favorite guests, John Teichman. He'll give us the details on their first record show of the year when we come back.
Now through March at Fox Marquette Chevrolet. Lease a 2026 Chevrolet Equinox LT all-wheel drive for $379 a month for 36 months. Together, let's drive. Fox Marquette Chevrolet. Experience the difference.
Watch the Medical Minute, Thursdays at 6 and 11, only on 19 News. Brought to you by OSF Healthcare.
I want to know what's going on in the world. I'm Tony. You can't do that if you're just sitting in a chair reading about what other people have found. What do you think of that? Why? There are big questions that all of us are asking. I want to get you the answers. How are you? I'm Tony DeCopo. Join me on the CBS Evening News.
Businesses in small towns grew more than 30% selling on Amazon, like Blue Track.
Amazon helped me reach customers across the country. Been quite a thrill ride.
Small businesses grow on Amazon. Businesses in small towns grew more than 30% selling on Amazon, like Planetary Design coffee gear.
Amazon helped me reach customers across the country. Big climb.
You too. Small businesses grow on Amazon.
Get an 11% rebate on your electrical project now at Menards. From ceiling fans to lighting to rough electrical products and light bulbs, we carry everything to illuminate your home. Safely complete your electrical project with Southwire. From electrical wire products to tools and testers, Southwire has the electrical supplies you need. Get an 11% rebate on Southwire tools, testers, and electrical wire and cables now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
I'm Rachel Knapp. Watch my reports live from Washington, only on 19 News.
During Truck Month at Fox Marquette Chevrolet, lease a 2026 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 for $364 a month for 36 months. Plus supplier pricing for all on new 2026 Silverado 1500 trucks. Together, let's drive. Fox Marquette Chevrolet. Experience the difference.
A lot of free accessories.
Well, hey there. Welcome back, everyone. This weekend marks Marquette's first vinyl record show of 2026. Here to tell us all about it is John Teichman of the Emporium. John, good to see you again, my friend.
Hey, good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Anytime for you. Here's a pint-sized record show.
Yeah, so we're in a little more of a condensed area. We're in the front space of the Black Rocks Brewery, which is at 424th North 3rd Street. We'll be there from noon until 11 p.m. on Friday, March 27th. And Saturday, March 28th, with thousands of records. A lot of these have come across the bridge. Jeff Walker is bringing them all the way up from Detroit. We also will have compact discs, like this one that you see here, by a band called Queen.
Yes.
You may know about this band.
I do know.
And this is a live 2 CD concert, but the CD revival is really happening. So it's videotapes, it's DVDs, it's thousands of records, CDs, cassette tapes, t-shirts, stickers, all in that right by the taps. Everybody's invited to stop by.
Gotcha. So you're having more customers coming in looking for these sorts of things?
Yeah, I think so. I think that, the idea of having any physical media to play and display, it's kind of like having books on your shelf. You can't show people your music collection on the screen of your phone, but you can show them your shelves. And shelves and shelves, which I have. I have a lot of shelves. So.
I know you do.
Yeah.
I assume we're going to see some of what's on your shelves in the record show. Tell us what we can expect to find there.
Yeah, so I think really something from everybody, like, from ABBA to Zappa. We have local music, from Bogue, who you guys covered. We'll have windmill music, Liquid Mike, but then also the classic favorites of the last 50 to 60 years. So new artists, but also, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, the Grateful Dead, a little bit of everything.
All right, excellent. I assume this is going to be the first of at least a few this year. John, what are we planning for the rest of the year?
Absolutely. So there'll be upcoming shows. We'll have handbills at the event to talk to people about the upcoming shows. And we're planning out a whole year of tour dates. When the snow is melted, it's time for record shows.
Absolutely. And I do want to he brought this because it's my girlfriend Ashlyn's favorite band, Queen. He has a little special corner for her.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did want to point that out, John.
Well, this one's called Flash Freddy, which is the Flash Gordon soundtrack. It's one of my favorite Queen records. So.
Excellent. Yeah, it's a good one. Absolutely. As far as what you're expecting for attendance, John?
I think, anybody and everybody. We've had people come from as far as Sault Ste. Marie, Duluth, Minnesota, Fond du Lac, Green Bay, Appleton, and then all of the, students on campus. We're definitely within walking distance. As we heard on the news, a lot of the sidewalks are becoming clear, and so you can walk down to the show, and we'll be there from noon until close, both on Friday the 27th and the 28th.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think I've ever asked you this one, John. What are some of your favorite pieces in your own collection?
That's a really great question. And I think that, some of my most special stuff are the things that are personally connected to me. There's a band called Suede from England, and I connected with a Suede fan group where the whole band signed the record. That's really special to me.
Very good.
And then some of those early records that I grew up listening to, like Maynard Ferguson's original Vintage. He does a jazzy version of the Star Wars theme that I really enjoyed as a kid. Also a record by a fusion band called Weather Report that I grew up listening to. And also Billy Joel's Old School with the electric piano, like Just the Way You Are. Mm-hmm. Love that song.
Well, a couple of those, you got Jim Koski reminiscing, it appears, over there.
I'm going to say those in the UP accent then.
We'll get to Jim in a moment. First, John, anything else you think people should know?
Well, people should just look out for This is by local pop artist Paul Olson. We will have posters available for sale at the show. People are also invited, if they have records or physical media that they want to trade in, if they've got a small quantity, they can bring them in at the beginning of the day. You can check us out on Facebook at Jeff and John's Record Show. And the Emporium featuring vintage vinyl will be open during the show. We're at 816 North 3rd Street, and so we will be open Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'd love to see you there. And thanks so much for the opportunity.
Absolutely, John. Anytime for you. Always good to see you, my friend. Going to be stopping into the Emporium soon, I'm sure. Right. Thank you very much,
Thanks
my
a lot.
friend. And tomorrow, we're getting the details on how trees in Michigan's forests recover following storms like the one we just had last week. That conversation is only on 19 News Insights. But first, Mike Ludlam has your look at sports. When we come back, the Ishpeming girls basketball team is celebrating another state championship. We'll have those highlights after this.
Here's what we got coming up tonight on the CBS Evening News. All this trouble at America's airports, that collision between a fire truck and an Air Canada flight. How could that happen? What went wrong? We'll say what authorities are saying tonight. Also, those TSA lines, they just keep getting longer. Partial government shutdown. When will it end? We've got a report from Washington. We'll also talk about whether ICE agents on the scene at airports has made anything better at all. Those stories and more ahead. CBS Evening News.
From now through March, at Fox Nagani Chrysler, lease a 2026 Jeep Compass limited altitude 4x4 for $400 a month for 39 months during the Declaration of Deals sales event at Fox Nagani Chrysler.
The wait is over. England Furniture's quick shipping is back at Kirkish Furniture. Choose your style and fabric and receive your furniture in as little as 30 days. Browse our in-stock selection or let our staff help you customize the perfect sofa or chair. Plus, 1 year free financing and free delivery.
New tonight. I can tell deep down that you are dying to do what I do. This is where the real problems of the world get solved. Here, in the shadows.
Like an elite CIA, FBI fusion cell.
Pretty slick, huh? You have to be a machine in this job. There's a lonely way to learn. You really pulled your weight this time, finally.
The new series CIA after a new FBI's CBS Tonight.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
Hey, Doug Garrison here for Budget Windows. You know, replacing the windows in your home can be a huge investment. So we urge you to get 3 quotes. We just ask that one of them be from Budget Windows. You know, most people are not just shopping for the best price, but also want a great window as well. We want you to be fully informed before making your decision. So we invite you to get 3 quotes, but make sure Budget Windows is one of them. So call Budget Windows today, and remember, you always get triple for double. Great windows, professionally installed at a great price. That's Budget Windows.
The Shortlist, a countdown show that's all sports. Only from SSN, the Cindy Sports Network.
From now through March at Fox Nagani Chrysler, get 2.9% APR for 72 months and $3,500 in rebates on the 2026 Ram 1500. Plus, get a 10-year 100,000-mile warranty during Ram Truck Month at Fox Nagani Chrysler.
Good evening, everyone. There's a new state championship trophy in the Upper Peninsula thanks to the Ishpeming girls basketball team after defeating Portland St. Patrick on Saturday. Ishpeming, you would think, would have been tired after playing games on Wednesday and Thursday. First quarter, Maya Hemmer blocked Marion Davlin's shot and started the other way with only one thing on her mind: get to the basket with a Euro step and lay it in. Hemmer scored Ishpeming's first 8 points. Brittany Pietrowski running the show. Her pass is going to get deflected. Ball's going to roll to Ava Jo Hares. She knocks down the jumper to make it 10-4 Ishpeming. But Portland St. Patrick ended the quarter on a 9-4 run. Graceland Rocky with the spin and layup. Rocky paced the Shamrocks with 10 points, 14-13 Ishpeming after 8 minutes. The second quarter, all blue and white. Frankie Stetson found Janessa Eagle near the baseline for a turnaround J, 16-13 Hematites. Eagle scored 9 of her 19 points in the second quarter. Stetson off with a triple, but there's Hammer, step through for the bucket. The Hematites outscored Portland St. Patrick 15-0 in the second to take a 29-13 cushion at the break. The last time a team was held scoreless in a quarter in a state final was back in 2003 when Westwood did that to Michigan Center in the Patriots' Easy State Championship game. Eagle and Hemmer both scored baskets to begin the third quarter. The Shamrocks' Lily Sanborn buried a triple here to get Portland St. Patrick on the board. Ishpeming still led 36-20 after 3. Just like Thursday's semifinal against Morenci, each team scored 7 points in the third. Eagle gets things going in the fourth quarter with that one. She also grabbed 11 rebounds in the game. Then Maya Hammer, the steal and score. 18 points, 17 rebounds, 9 blocks, 6 of the 7 Hematite steals. Ishpeming took care of business for the second time in 3 years, 48-28.
In the game, you're like, okay, how's this going to play out? You have to feel everything. You have to feel the refs. You have to feel the girls, the defense, the offense. But I feel like I personally had to be like confident in my team and myself in order to push through that. And so just that's what it was.
People want to be a state champion, but they, when they're at the beach while these girls are shooting, it's a different type of thing. And the unseen hours that these girls have put in is why we're in this position. If it doesn't happen by accident, this is well calculated and well put together.
The Hematites end the season 25-3. And Kevin, we'll send it back to you.
Mike, thank you very much. Today, Jim Koski wants to go over some Upper Peninsula pronunciations. Joining us for, hold on, Jim, let me intro. Joining us now for Life in the 906 is the man himself. Jim, good evening. What do you have for us?
Can I go now, Kevin?
You may go.
Okay. Well, you know, one of the side effects of living through our storm of the century last week was listening to people on TV trying to pronounce the names of UP towns and villages. Now, I'll be the first to admit that it can be hard, especially for people who didn't grow up saying Lance or Beriga. I mean, think of the times you've heard people ask about Escanaba or Cowina, or like one meteorologist on national TV last week, Marquette. Of course, we don't help them out by making big unforced errors ourselves. You know, like the missing R in Ishpeming or the silent T in Ho'un. That, however, is nothing compared to what could have been. Back in 1849, Amos Harlow and a few friends strode ashore to found a new town from which iron ore would be shipped. They gave the town the name of Worcester, after the Massachusetts town where Harlow lived, only they spelled it like this. Now, for a name pronounced Worcester, that word has too many R's and E's, not enough O's, and a C just along for the ride. It's like one of those old English towns spelled with a Q, 7 Y's, and a Z, and is yet somehow pronounced Jersey. But maybe that's not a surprise. Worcester came from a shire in England whose name is still perplexing people even today. Now, thankfully, after 2 years, the name of Worcester was changed to one that only a third of newcomers would mispronounce, Marquette. Otherwise, think of how many times in the past week we would have heard a TV reporter say, "That's now 30 inches of snow in Worcester." So if you come across someone who says Baraga, just gently correct them. Keep shouting to the rooftops, though, that there's no R in Ishpeming. But maybe, just maybe, the next time you hear someone on TV say Marquette, let it go. After all, it could have been a whole lot worse. I'm Jim Koski, and that's another slice of Life in the 906.
Jim, thank you very much as always. And don't forget to join Jim weekday afternoons on Q107 WMQT. And we'll be right back with your final look at weather.
From now through March at Fox Nagani Chevrolet GMC. Lease a 2026 Chevrolet Equinox for $425 a month for 36 months with $500 due at signing. Sign and drive. Together, let's drive. Fox Nagani Chevrolet GMC.
When you need a body shop, skip the corporate shops and outside investors. Go with your hometown body shop, Superior Collision. Our family opened Superior Collision in 2002, and we're still the ones who own and operate it today. Some places talk about community. We actually stand with our community, donating monthly back into Marquette County. When you need collision repair, choose Superior Collision, your local hometown body shop.
live outside Marquette County? Recycle 906 is worth the drive. We accept cans, cardboard, plastics, and more. Bring it in. Keep the Upper Peninsula clean. See what we accept at recycle906.com.
I'm Corporal Klinger.
That must be me, sir.
I tried everything to get out of the Army.
What's the big idea, Klinger?
I was a tree.
I would have made it if not for that dog.
I got pregnant.
Should someone in your condition be smoking a cigar?
And of course, I wore a dress or two.
Sir.
But I never got out, which means you can watch more of me on MeTV.
MASH, weekdays and Sundays at 7 on MeTV 19.1.
Who'll be there when amazing rises up or need for a warning comes falling down? Will you? Start a career in the broadcasting industry. Be there. Go to BeThereMichigan.com.
During Truck Month at Fox Nagani Chevrolet GMC, lease a 2026 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 for $425 a month for 36 months with $500 due at signing. Sign and drive, plus supplier pricing for all on new 2026 Silverado 1500 trucks.
Final check of your forecast. We get some warmth for tomorrow. We'll have those temperatures into the upper 30s, and we'll even have lots of 40s across the board, but we have a little bit of some snow to deal with. We're not out of the woods yet, even though it's spring. Make sure to tune in later tonight for another look at your forecast.
Sounds good, Kelly. We'll see you all at 11:10 Central.
Good to be with you. I'm Tony DeCopel. The breaking news right now. Deadly runway disaster.